Hello Swopper shoppers, I'm back to save you money on your weekly shop. Now today, interestingly, we've got Tesco Cornflake clusters versus the Dairy Milk Cadbury's version. These are £2.30 and these are £2.50, which makes no sense because these have 60% milk chocolate and these have 70%. Now arguably these are 56 calories each and these are about 43. So yes, they are worse for your waistline. However, I'm not sure if these are just as good. So let's pit them against each other and see which one is the better swap. Now it does make you wonder, do Tesco use Tesco cornflakes in theirs? If so, whose cornflakes do Cadbury's use? So we're looking for two main things. We're looking for the quality of the chocolate, which I think is going to be an easy guess, but also the quality of the cornflake, because that's going to determine how crispy they are, crunchy they are, and ultimately which one has the better texture overall. So let's dive in. I think I'm going to start with the Tesco versions first, and then we're going to move on to the Dairy Milk version. I'm quite excited for this. It's been a while since I've done a chocolate review. Right, and also I just love that these are in a little pack. I could quite easily munch through the whole pack, but of course, like I say, they are bad for your waistline. Sniffer dog noses back in action, I say. They do smell good. Maybe I should open the Dairy Milk one to smell them as well. Let's have a look. Okay, try not to get them everywhere. Oh yeah, they smell so much richer. Yeah, they smell quite bland, the Tesco ones. But they do smell chocolatey. I'm sure they taste good, but something about Dairy Milk though. Now, immediately what I can see is that they are a little bit different. Now, when I say different, let me try and show you. Okay, so as you can see, these are the Tesco ones, and they do look like a bit like pine cones. You know, they have that kind of texture with the cornflakes. There is a good amount of chocolate, but not a huge amount. However, if we move on to Dairy Milk, you know those crunchy cornflake clusters that you get in a pack where they're absolutely coated in chocolate? These are what these resemble, basically. So if you have a look side by side, that is the difference. So looks don't really matter, I suppose, with food. The smell definitely does. The Tesco ones don't smell as good. But let's try one out of the Tesco one first. Shall I eat them whole? They're quite big to eat whole, but okay, let's eat them whole. Ready? So crunchy. The cornflakes actually taste amazing. There's a huge amount of crunch. There's a nice thin layering of chocolate, which I would actually argue improves the texture of them overall, because you do get a lot more crunch. But Dairy Milk, before I review them fully, let's try the Dairy Milk version. So these are absolutely coated in chocolate. Let's try a whole one again. Just as crunchy. Very difficult to review them when they're so big, but I didn't want to make a mess. So as you'd expect, it's a much thicker layer of chocolate. It's a much richer flavour. It's a lot milkier. You can taste it as that 10% extra chocolate does make a huge difference because it's more of a coating. You've got to think the majority of the weight will probably be from the cornflakes, to be fair. Now, they're very rich, very milky, the Dairy Milk. Now, considering that these are £2.30 and that these are £2.50, so far I don't understand why you go with the cheaper ones. The cheaper ones are good. You can taste a lot more of the cornflake with the Tesco ones. However, you can taste a lot more of the chocolate with the Dairy Milk ones. Let's just try another little bite. You notice the feel of the cornflakes more. So if that's what you're going for, a lot more dry crunch to it. Very good texture. Let's try the texture of these again. You can argue they're denser, but I don't think they are. Because I think it's the extra chocolate that makes it feel richer. I'm trying to discern the cornflake from the chocolate, and you can't really taste a lot of cornflake, like I say, but you can see there's a lot less chocolate on the intersection of these. So what do I think? Well, The Tesco ones are more homemade style. You know, when you put your cheap chocolate in a bowl and your cheap cornflakes, mix it so it's only just coated, put them to rest or put them in the fridge. That's what they taste like. These ones, much more rich. They're very coated in chocolate. It tastes much more like eating a chocolate bar that has cornflakes in it, which they should definitely do, by the way. Now, normally I'd go with the cheaper option, which would be Tesco, but it's not on this occasion. It's the actual branded version, which is the dairy milk. So I don't understand where the difference in price is coming from and why Tesco can't make these a lot cheaper. They have the cornflakes, they have the cheap chocolate. Maybe it's a mixing issue with the machinery. Maybe they can do it cheaper at Cadbury's. Who knows? So, would I swap? Ooh, that's a good question. The question is which one would I swap to? Because I'd normally actually buy the Tesco version. So would I swap, therefore, to the cheaper option, which sounds so weird, but swap to the cheaper option, which is the Cadbury's Dairy Milk? I would if I fancied a thick layer of chocolate. If I was really craving chocolate, I'd go with a cheaper option. If I was really craving, homemade kind of taste of cornflake clusters, then I'd definitely go with the Tesco version because I think it's worth the extra 20p for the fact that you get an extra one, they are less calories, and you can taste more of the cornflake, and it's a bit drier texture. So if that's what you're wanting, then go with the Tesco versions. But I'm going to try and stop eating them all because they're full of calories, and I've already had 4. Oh no. But, so, the swap on this occasion, it depends. I would swap to either of them. But yes, I would swap on this occasion to the dairy milk version. But if these suddenly turn out to be cheaper, I would definitely still swap to the Tesco ones as well. So it's a bit of a mixed bag in that one. So thanks for watching, shoppers. You can catch me again on Wednesday. Remember, it's every Wednesday and Sunday where you get a brand new video. Remember to hit subscribe, like, and comment down below your suggestions. But until then, swappers, Swopper Shopper out. Ciao.